we don't promote positive and ownership of your company. I'm making it cool to be smart.
So tell me your name.
Cornelius Schmidt.
And spell the first name.
CORNELIUS.
And last name.
SMITH.
Now there's a microphone next to you to your right, but you don't have to worry about it. Church.
It was my daughter's birthday actually, and I was out. I had took her some cake and ice cream to school for her birthday, and the U.S. Marshals they were trailing me the whole time. I didn't know that they were trailing me because I had saw Govan the day before, and he was telling me that, police was on to us or whatever, and he asked me when the last time I was supposed to just, and he was saying, I was like, it's been a minute. So he was like, they just ran in just and spotted the knife and fold, and he said that they been shooting at him, and that I need to get rid of my phone because they own us. And the next day, I was locked up.
Police captured you that day?
Next day.
The record could reflect that he's identified the defendant, Mr. Justin Johnson.
Let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant in court.
So how did you get to be with Justin Johnson this day on November 17th, 2021?
We knew that, they had heat on Dolph'S head or whatever, so.
Who had a hit on whose head?
Big Jook had a hit on Dolph's head or whatnot, so.
How do you know that Big Jook had a hit on Dolph's head?
Cause Quit had told me about it, Quit, and being just.
How much money was it supposed to be?
$100,000 on Dolph's head.
And had you agreed to do this hit?
Yes, sir.
Had Justin agreed to do this hit?
Yes, sir.
Are y'all going to do it together?
Yeah, they been on it, but yeah.
Was there any arrangements as far as splitting the money or anything?
Yeah, me and him supposed to be giving Quit $10,000 apiece.
All right, so you and him were going to give Govan $10,000 apiece?
Yeah.
And how much were you going to get?
I was getting 40, he was getting 40.
Okay. Had you spoken with Justin about this?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Okay. This was not something that just happened this day, but something that was in the process for weeks?
Yeah,
Did you get in the car with him?
Yeah, I got him.
Was there anybody else in the car?
Nah, it was just me and Justin.
Were there any guns in the car?
Yeah, they was on the back seat in the bag.
Do you remember what kind of guns they were?
A Draco, handgun.
Okay. And Draco, Memphis, some type of bigger semi-automatic weapon, is that right?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, Airways.
Okay. What happens once y'all get to Airways?
We had the light. Y'all going clean across the light.
How'd y'all know it was Dolph?
Everybody know, how they tie it, on the T-pods and stuff.
Yeah. People in Memphis knew about that wrap, right?
Yeah.
That camouflage white and green and blue wrap. That surprise you? See him like that?
Yeah.
Did you say anything or did Justin say anything?
He like, here go dog right now.
All right. What did y'all do?
He proceeded to trail him.
So y'all are following him on Airways?
Yeah, right over the tree.
And you saw the first part of this video, didn't you? Did you see him pull off here to the cookie store?
Yeah, he pulled in the cookie store.
What'd y'all do?
We made the block. Came with the bag way. I jumped out. Started shooting.
What's going on with all my billionaires out there? This the guy, Hoods Billionaire. Welcome to Hoods Billionaire TV. Big favor, big abundance. It's cool to be smart. On today's episode, man, we're going to be talking about the Dolph case going on, the trial against Justin Johnson. Long live the paper route boss, man. Flipper, we miss you, man. I mean, one of the flyest, realest ones to, come across in our lifetime. Independent, did it like a stand-up boss. you know, we gotta salute Flipper, man. We gotta salute Flipper, dog. This is real. I mean, this time finally did came. So let's talk about what we know so far. So in the trial against Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, man, we had a lot of testimony, and most of that testimony has come from his accomplice, who also is on trial for murder also as well, Cornelius Smith Jr. He's testifying against Straight Drop, which is Justin Johnson. And you know, a lot of things are coming out that I really didn't even know. You know what I mean? So they met through Hernandez Govan. So they met through who they call Orange Mountain Quake, but they met through Govan. So they didn't even really know each other like that. You know what I mean? They just kind of had met through Govan on this plot, right? It was a known $100,000 hit out on not just Dolph. This is another thing I didn't know. Okay, so according to Cornelius Smith, right, there was a $100,000 hit out on anybody from PRE. Anybody. So anybody from PRE, if anybody got took out, it was a $100,000 hit out on them, right? So it wasn't just for Dolph. It was for any of them. It could have been Key Glock. It could have been Kenny Money. It could have been Big Moochie Grape. It could have been any of them. Could have been any of them. Any of them got. You know what I'm saying? They was gonna get a $100 for that. Okay, so they knew that, and they was putting the plot together, right? You know, and once again, Hernandez Govan, they say he also might be set to testify in this also as well. Okay, they not showing nobody face. They not showing nobody, you know, for the family members or even Cornelius Smith, you know, just based off a safety situation. But pretty much Cornelius Smith saying that they put the plot in motion, right? That, you know, anybody they caught, they was going to down them for the money, right? He said that he was kind of on pills and drugs real heavy at that time. His son had passed away not too long ago, and it got him back, you know, just back on drugs and back out there. You know what I mean? He said before that he was a janitor at the whatever school district he was in. Now I know he's sitting up here thinking right now, right, regardless how you feel about that janitor job was an honorable job, and you still could have been out here with your kids. He said he had 5 kids. You still could have been out here with your kids and being a father to your kids. You know what I'm saying? Working an honorable job. You see what I'm saying, kids? It's not always best to be out here in these streets, because they showing Justin Johnson face, and when they show Justin Johnson face, Straight Drop look like he is just, I mean, you can tell he's sick. You can see it all over his body. He is sick. He does not want to be there. He don't want to be in this case. This is just too much. He did not anticipate doing life over no situation like this. They remind me of a story that I'm gonna tell at the end of this. But yeah, he didn't anticipate doing life. You see what I'm saying? That wasn't in his thoughts when he thought about this. He just thought about the money. They never think about getting caught, right? So he say that they was going hunting that day. Justin Johnson came and picked him up. It was his daughter's birthday, so he was just eating cake and ice cream with his daughter, right? And then they, you know, Justin Johnson picked him up in a white Mercedes that was stolen. I think we all know that situation. Picked him up in the white Mercedes, and they was gone, man. And he was saying when they had happened to pull out, about to pull on the highway, and they just happened to see Dolph. They just happened to see Dolph zoom past in that Corvette and that C8, the camo C8. They was saying everybody knew Dolph had all them camo cars. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, guys, be low key. Nothing wrong with being low key, man. You don't want people to be able to spot out your car, spot out, you know what I mean, where you be. It's okay to keep plain basic colors, you know, unless you finna park them cars at a garage, you know what I'm saying, something you not finna put at your house, or you not moving around like that, man. It's okay to be low key. But they saw him, they followed him, Makita's Cookies, and then Cornelius Smith got out first, just started dumping with the mini Draco. You can see it was just kicking out of his hand. He really didn't even know how to fire it for real, but he got off a lot of shots, and he ended up taking Dolph out. Man, shout out to his brother Marcus Thornton, who was with Dolph, and you see him in the video. See, I didn't know neither one of them had got shot. Dolph's little brother shot both of them. So Marcus Cornelius Smith Jr. testified he was shot multiple times. His adrenaline was just going. He probably was high on pills, high on oxy. You know what I'm saying? And Straight Drop got hit also as well. And then the video show him run out after them. After that, get a Drake out the back of they whip, the CA, and start firing some more on them. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like they just took Dolph out. Dolph shot back. He wasn't able to get off too many shots. His little brother let off. His little brother rode for him tough. He straight emptied the clip out his handgun, chased him down, got the Drake, let off more shots. He was not playing with them, and he definitely was trying to unalive them boys, man. So I know it kind of hurt him that he let them get the drop on him like that. He definitely handled his business. I think he was getting a bad rap because they like, what is he there for? Man, that boy, he tried to down them boys. And he was shooting through glass. You got to remember that he was shooting through some glass. So that'll change the trajectory of some bullets also as well. And that return fire wasn't making them go away. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. They end up, getting out, taking the car back to Orange Mound Quay. His vicinity, real sloppy. Buddy left his phone in the car. I mean, it was just a sloppy hit. It wasn't really playing well. Police ended up getting on them, and now they both in jail fighting a murder case, man. And this was all for nothing. And the DA is pretty much saying it all stemmed from Collective Music Group trying to sign Young Dolph. Young Dolph wanted to be independent and not wanted to be with Collective Music Group, and they were upset about that. And start throwing shots at Dolph, and Dolph start dissing on him and doing rap disses, and then they start putting money on his head to try to get him taken out. Now, nothing about Yo Gotti has been said. They haven't said anything about Yo Gotti. Juke has been unalived. He been lost his life because them paper route boys had been spinning ever since Dolph lost his life. They have not stopped spinning since. Okay, so with a lot of people are wondering, like, man, what is this gonna be for Gotti? And we really don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest. But what I can say is, if they can link Jukes talking to Gotti about any of this, texting Gotti about any of this, Gotti being complicit in any of this, it's a wrap, and it's gonna be a RICO on Gotti, because they already have the testimony showing and stating that they were in contact, in connection with Juke, and Govan, who was also in contact and connection with Juke. So they knew where the hit was coming from. They knew what this was about. If Juke was still alive, he'd be indicted. You see what I'm saying? But if they can prove that Juke talked to Gotti about this, that if Gotti was okay with this, if he was complicit with this, anything with this, then unfortunately, Gotti gonna go to jail too. I'm not gonna say fortunately. Justice gotta be done. You know what I'm saying? If Gotti knew it was a hit out and he was like, yeah, put the hit out, he gonna end up going to jail too. So this, kids, is why the streets aren't cool. It's nothing cool or fun about the streets, bro. Look at Straight Drop. Look at Justin Johnson. He looks petrified. He does not want to do the rest of his life in jail, but unfortunately he's going to. This is an open and shut case. You see what I'm saying? Not even unfortunately. It's not, bro. If you do the crime, you're going to do the time. Right? You took the life of a man who was doing a lot, not only for his people that he was feeding in PRE, but his family and his city. You see what I'm saying? Dolph was talking about opening up a music school. Like, it just was a lot done, bro. They not finna let that ride. You see what I'm saying? They are not finna let that ride. So, Black Youngster the same. If they able to find out anything about Black Youngster, if he had something to do with it, if he was putting, because you gotta think about it, if that 100,000 was some CMG money, right, nigga, that a RICO can be got from that. A RICO can be pulled from that, man. So we gonna see how this play out, man. But long live Dolph, man. I was all, it took me a while for Dolph to grow on me, but when he did, I was just like, man, I just messed with how Buddy think, because he really intelligent guy, super fly guy, and just the independent way, man. And I love that. You know what I'm saying? So, man, shout out to Dolph. And that just made me think of a story when, you know, Cornelius Smith was talking about straight drop, and said he only got $800. It was a $100K hit. They both was supposed to get 40 and give 10 to Hernandez Govan, right? And Buddy said he only ended up getting $800. Of course, he was gonna snitch. So I mean, that just makes sense. But I remember one time, man, I was at a basketball court, man. It was some young guys, you know what I'm saying, and one of them, I guess he used to work for like a Brinks truck type situation, and they literally were plotting on hitting the Brinks truck, right? They literally, like, you could tell this conversation was gaining momentum. Like, they like more and more like, yeah, we could do it. It come at this time, yeah, they blah, say blah, you know, blah blah blah. So I'm like, I'm listening to him, and I'm just like, you know, I'm one of the big homies at this place that we at. These are some young guys. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I said, I was like, man, that all sound good, bro. But what y'all who gonna be ready to do 20 years if y'all get caught? Who gonna be ready to do 20 years if y'all get caught? And I remember the one dude who was like the main one talking, he was like, "Ah, man, you speaking negative. You put negative out into the universe." And I'm thinking to myself, boy, y'all thinking about robbing a armored truck, but y'all talking about I'm putting negative out into the universe. So that just got to show you that a lot of these guys, man, they think about the crime, but they don't think about the time. They don't think it through. You know what I'm saying? Real hitmen, real guys who really, you know, bank robbers and all this, they already done thought it through. Like, okay, I know if I get caught, I'm gonna do this type of time. They already know this. They know what they signed up for. You see what I'm saying? So know what you signing up for, kids. You know what I'm saying? Long live Dolph. It's the guy who is being there. Big favor, big abundance. It's cool to be smart. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. It's the guy who is being there. Big favor, big abundance. I'm gone.